today, the mission of Ajit Pawar to take over the NCP well and truly did take off, or so it seems. It was the kind of day that makes Indian politics both exhilarating and chaotic. Two factions of a party hitting the streets to prove their mettle. Two generations going eyeball to eyeball, and two factions of the same organization now taking a go at each other from two different sides of the political and ideological spectrum. But what happened today at the MET Stadium in Mumbai was almost unthinkable in Maharashtra politics so far, where erstwhile Shishyas took unrestrained swipes at their guru. From the stage, where a large picture of Sharad Pawar was on display at a meeting of the Ajit Pawar group of the NCP, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, and finally Ajit Pawar himself first called Sharad Pawar their Vitthal, their idol, their god, and then proceeded to tear into the same man. But what was particularly startling was that Ajit Pawar and Camp accused Sharad Pawar of repeated U-turns, double crosses, all in order to stay in power. In fact, the nephew said that 2019 was not a first, when an aborted attempt was made to try and make a government with the BJP. He said that a similar attempt had been made by Sharad Pawar in 2017 as well, but he changed his stand at the last minute and ended up painting his nephew as his villain.
IAS IPS असेल तर 60व्या वर्षी रिटायर होतात. राजकीय जीवनामध्ये असेल तर भाजपमध्ये 75 वर्षांनंतर रिटायर केलं जातं. अडवाणींची उदाहरण घ्या, मुरली मनोहर जोशींचं उदाहरण घ्या, कुणाचंही उदाहरण घ्या. वय जास्त झालं, 82 झालं, 83 झालं. तुम्ही कधी थांबणार आहात का नाही? तुम्ही आशीर्वाद द्या ना. का मला लोकांच्या समोर त्या ठिकाणी विलन केलं जातं कळत नाही? ह्या संदर्भामध्ये ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी होत असताना आजही माझं ते दैवत आहे, आजही माझं ते श्रद्धास्थान आहे.
ही सर्व मंडळी ज्येष्ठ आहेत. नियमाच्या बाहेर जाऊन आम्ही काम कसं करू? कायदे आम्हालाही कळतात. त्यामुळे जे लोक सांगतात की ही कारवाई होईल, ती कारवाई होईल, याचा सगळा पूर्ण विचार करूनच पुढचं पाऊल टाकलेलं आहे.
Today, as the dust settled on the show of strength by rival NCP camps, at least the apparent numbers seem to be well with Ajit Pawar. 31 MLAs came in his support, as opposed to 17 MLAs plus one independent who showed up for Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar additionally also had 2 MPs and 4 MLCs present, as opposed to 4 MPs and 3 MLCs in the Sharad Pawar camp. And even though Ajit Pawar has now installed himself formally as the new president of the NCP, the new national president, replacing Sharad Pawar, the old war horse's loyalists scoff at the idea of any takeover.
आज जर आमच्या काही मित्रांचं एक वेगळं काही बैठक झाली, मेळावा झाला, त्या सगळ्याच्या फाशी फोटो बघितले. त्या फोटोत सगळ्यात मोठा फोटो होता माझा. आज मुंबईमध्ये सुद्धा अनेक ठिकाणी फोटो लावली, त्याचा फोटो माझा. त्यांना माहिती आहे की आपलं नाणं चालणार नाही. त्यामुळे जे नाणं चालेल ते चालणारं नाणं घेतलं पाहिजे. कारण त्यांचं नाणं खरं नाही आहे, खंड त्यांना वाजत नाही आहे, हे नाही लोक ओळखतील.
की काही लोकांचं म्हणणं आहे की काही लोकांचं वय झालंय, त्याच्यामुळे त्यांनी फक्त आशीर्वाद द्यावे. का बरं आशीर्वाद द्यावे? रतन टाटांचं वय काय? 86. सायरस पूनावालाचं वय काय? किती? 84. त्याच्यानंतर अमिताभ बच्चन, किती वय? 82. अरे एजीचा नंबर जिद्द पाहिजे, आशीर्वाद तर आहेतच.
अजीत दादा ने कहा है 82 साल के हो गए, रिटायर हो जाइए, आशीर्वाद देना चाहिए उनको, लेकिन अभी भी जो है वो उसी पे रहना है.
82 साल का शेर अभी भी जिंदा है.
So the big question now is the takeover of the NCP by Ajit Pawar complete? Did Sharad Pawar pull off the biggest double game in Indian politics, not once but thrice? And now with Ajit Pawar taking the party and the president's post, will Sharad Pawar be walking into the sunset? Joining us on the debate, we have Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Owesh Patil, Spokesperson of the NCP, the Ajit Pawar Camp, Varun Singh, Political Analyst, Dr. Dalwai, Spokesperson of the NCP. He remains loyal to Sharad Pawar, and Kamruzzaman Choudhury, leader of the Congress. But I want to start with you, Varun Singh. What do you make of the claim that Ajit Pawar said that in 2017 also Sharad Pawar wanted to form the government and he made a U-turn and made me the villain? Is he now just making these allegations to dent the image of Sharad Pawar?
Those allegations based, to dent Sharad Pawar. Actually, to be honest, 2014, it was the NCP and Sharad Pawar was the biggest leader when they supported the BJP government, because Shiv Sena wasn't supporting even then. And in 2019, even Sharad Pawar has admitted that it was his attempt to send Ajit Pawar and form the government. So there is no denial in whatever Ajit Pawar is saying. Ajit Pawar is actually, if you hear Ajit Pawar, his speech today was damn emotional. He spoke his heart out. He has been working as he was, directed by Sharad Pawar all these years. This was the first time when he spoke as a free man, and it was clearly visible. Because it is not only Ajit Pawar's political career at stake, it is Ajit Pawar's son, the other leaders, everyone who would see they cannot work under Supriya Sule, because Supriya Sule's ideology is far more different than what is of NCP. And NCP, as earlier also has been pointed out, is a party of local satraps, and that is the reason why they cannot have an ideology which Supriya Sule is promoting. And Ajit Pawar knows it very well.
Dr. Dalwai, damning indictment of Sharad Pawar and a takeover by Ajit Pawar. He's formally today said, I am the president. For years I have been double-crossed, I have been painted a villain. Today I am speaking and now I am the NCP. Is it curtains for Mr. Sharad Pawar? Yes, Dr. Dalwai.
Absolutely not. In fact, if you had been today at the meeting where I was, I'm just returning from them.
Okay, Dr. Dalwai, I'll have to pause you because we really must fix that line. If you could also just stop your car, that would be great. Let me bring in Kamruzzaman Choudhury. Double cross upon double cross over the years, Kamruzzaman Choudhury.
Padmaja, you started the discussion with a very interesting comment. Am I audible?
Yes,
Padmaja?
go on.
Yeah. So what's happening is that you said it's accelerating and chaotic in Maharashtra today. But I would rather say that it is shameful what happened in Maharashtra over the last 2-3 days. Such is the greed for political power that Ajit Pawar has forgotten his political journey from where he began. Any significance of Ajit Pawar in Maharashtra politics is only because of Sharad Pawar ji. The basic point that I want to drive out here is that मतलब जो अपना बाप का ना हो सका वो देश का क्या होगा? In a simple layman's language, that is what happening in Maharashtra. You can teach the entire world, but do you dare to teach your own father? That's a hypocrisy of Ajit Pawar out here. Secondly, the most important hypocrisy that was exposed in Maharashtra was that of our own Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, where he says about the political drama in India playing out on Parivarwad and corruption. Now, where is the Parivarwad now? Where is the corruption now? We have taken in some of the most corrupt people.
Sanju Verma, जो अपने बाप का भी नहीं हो सका. No, answer this first. जो अपने बाप का भी नहीं हो सका, अपने चाचा का भी नहीं हो सका, वो आपका भी नहीं होगा.
Padmaja, I just want to first dwell on one very important thing which you played out in your introduction, where Supriya Sule gave the example of Ratan Tata, and she said in Marathi that if Ratan Tata, who is well beyond 80 years, can still continue to play an active life in the corporate empire of the Tata Group, then what is the harm if an octogenarian like Sharad Pawar still wants to call the shots? But I think Supriya Sule was economical with the truth. If you look at the Tata Group, Ms. Supriya Sule, you will see that their biggest IT company, TCS, Padmaja, please.
You can't be fact-checking on a rhetorical example that she gave.
Come on, Padmaja, please. Let me, I will take 10 seconds, please.
You have to be
Can I please? I did not heckle you. Please, Kamruzzaman, stop heckling.
No, answer the political question. So, answer the political question, Sanju Verma.
Okay.
Today, he's done it to his chacha because आप सत्ता में हैं. Tomorrow, रोटी पलट जाएगी. वो आपके भी सगे नहीं होंगे.
मैं एक बात पूछना चाहती हूँ. चलिए, I will just end by saying that all the big Tata Group companies, be it Tata Steel, Tata Motors or TCS, are not run by Ratan Tata's cousin Noel Tata. They are run by professionals. Okay? So please don't give these, stupid examples. That is my message to Supriya Sule. Now coming to your political question. बाप बेटा की बात मत करिए. यहाँ पर लड़ाई चाचा और भतीजा इन दोनों के बीच है. And I will tell you what the Marathi media is saying. Because, I was just reading some Marathi newspapers who are never actually, people who have ever written a word against Sharad Pawar. And they have today been writing that Supriya Sule, who has been a member of parliament from Baramati, which is the stranglehold of the Sharad Pawar bastion, called the Sharad Pawar bastion, she may actually this time not even be an MP from Baramati in 2024 were she to run from there because, वो जो कहावत है ना, चिराग तले अंधेरा. Sharad Pawar has had no inkling that right from under his nose, Ajit Pawar is the one who was building the party right from the Gram Panchayats to the various constituencies and Vidhan Sabha constituencies within Baramati. Supriya Sule has been ensconced in Delhi. Who's the biggest Bahubali of
Kamruzzaman Choudhury, Chirag Tale Andhera.
No, who's the biggest Bahubali, Padmaja?
But the more interesting thing is that all this while, Sharad Pawar was secretly trying to strike deals with the BJP. You had no inkling. Uddhav Thackeray had no inkling. You were sitting with them, democracy bachane ke liye, and he was literally waiting for an opportunity to pull a fast one. Kamruzzaman Choudhury.
Okay, मान लेते हैं कि शरद पवार जी, he was hobnobbing with the BJP and trying to cross over to the BJP's political power in Maharashtra. So what happened? Who went to take the oath of office as the deputy chief minister at early in the morning? It was Ajit Pawar.
But Sharad Pawar himself admitted that he set him up for it, which is why Ajit Pawar today said that you made the whole plan, then at the last minute, you made a fool of me, he made a fool of you, and we are sitting here in 2023, Kamruzzaman Choudhury.
Padmaja, I am reminded of very few, there are a lot of historical examples out here. Do you know who assassinated Darashuko in the Mughal history? It was his own brother, Aurangzeb, is assassinated. Now this is the same instance out here. Those people who are criticizing Aurangzeb out here, they are taking in Aurangzeb.
Sir, आपने औरंगजेब को ले आए. इसमें औरंगजेब और अजीत तो आपको याद है. मैं आपको अखिलेश जी भी याद दिला दूं, who first sidelined his uncle, then sidelined his own father, to the extent that Mulayam ji from the stage had to say he doesn't let me talk. तो अगर आप अजीत पवार को you're calling him औरंगजेब, then don't forget Akhilesh also, because you'll meet him on the 17th in Bangalore.
No, whoever we will be meeting, that's another debate altogether. When we are discussing Maharashtra, I can only say that it is a very shameful event in Maharashtra politics, and all have been orchestrated by the BJP. There is nothing to do with Sharad Pawar.
Okay, has the BJP orchestrated, or has Sharad Pawar finally met his comeuppance, Dr. Dalwai? Years and years of doing hard-nosed politics, and finally his nephew has called his bluff. Dr. Sameer Dalwai.
No, that's what you think. If you see, if you were at the event today, there was no place to stand.
Somebody who has been given an opportunity, which is probably for the next few months, and is going to meet the same fate as Mr. Eknath Shinde, the current Chief Minister of Maharashtra. I don't know how much we can give credence to what he claims. And if he had all this up his chest, he could have said all this much earlier. It is clearly a case of opportunism. In fact, so many of the MLAs he claims are with him have called us and said that we were especially hurt to see the way Mr. Pawar and others, Ajit Pawar and others, spoke about Honorable Sharad Pawar, and we don't want to be in that camp.
But so sir, look at the numbers today. Look at the numbers today. Right. The numbers are clearly in favor of Ajit Pawar. As opposed to about 17 that you had, Ajit Pawar had 31.
Yeah, do you know that they were bundled into a bus and taken to a hotel? Nobody bundled any one of the people who came to us. Nobody escorted them anywhere. They came and went on their own. And this is the confidence of Mr. Sharad Pawar, who said that we don't need to grab anybody and put them into buses and take them anywhere. I'm sad to see somebody as otherwise such a big leader like Ajit Pawar, sir, had to do so much that to put people into buses and take them away like an ordinary political gimmick. So this is the situation in reality. Even those MLAs are not going to be with him. This is a situation that they've been caught in.
And
As
even
for all
today,
these
Sanju
allegations
Verma,
that
ultimately it had to be a Sharad Pawar poster on the stage behind Ajit Pawar. He's saying, you are giving me, abusing me, but you still have my picture, you still need my picture behind you.
That's
Sanju Verma.
May I please now? Okay, fine. If you are making such a halabaloo about the posters, so let me tell you कि पूरे 2019 के लोकसभा चुनाव के दौरान उद्धव ठाकरे का एक भी जगह पोस्टर नहीं था. He won the elections. Those 18 seats that the Uddhav Sena got in 2019 Lok Sabha from Maharashtra were by showcasing the posters of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Devendra Fadnavis. But did anyone question Uddhav Thackeray when he jumped and sat in the godi of Rahul Gandhi and Sharad Pawar? तो इसलिए poster खेलना बंद करिए. I want to just say one thing to you. On 13th of June this year, barely a few weeks back, Praful Patel, Ajit Pawar, under their aegis, a working committee meeting was held of the NCP, where Sharad Pawar loyalists like PC Chacko, who heads the NCP, the Sharad Pawar faction in Kerala, Sharad Pawar close aide Fauzia Khan, they were not called. Sharad Pawar had no inkling. On the 30th of June, the 40 affidavits which Ajit Pawar collected from his loyalists was sent to the ECI. Still, Sharad Pawar had no clue. Then last Sunday, Ajit Pawar took oath along with 9 of his loyalists as ministers in the Shinde-Fadnavis government. Still, Sharad Pawar had no clue. Sharad Pawar के नाक के तले वर्किंग कमेटी की मीटिंग होती है, 40 MLAs और MLCs का एफिडेविट लिया जाता है. Ajit Pawar takes oath and Sharad Pawar has no inkling, he's clueless. And today he says that I am still the leader who will be able to ensure a turnaround और वापस छगन भुजबल, प्रफुल्ल पटेल, संजय भानसोर, अनिल भाईदास पाटिल, ये सब मेरे खेमे में आ जाएंगे. Sharad Pawar, for a change, is hallucinating with no offense to him.
Respond, Mr. Dalwai.
No, it's very clear who's hallucinating, and I don't need to respond to the lady who spoke. I just told you about the turn of events today. We are very sure that everything that Mr. Pawar said today, he explained about the constitutional position of the party. And in fact, Ajit Dada lost a lot of support and goodwill that he may have had for him in the way he attacked Mr. Pawar while putting his own photographs on every poster of whatever event that organized today. It just goes to show that you can't have your cake and eat it too. And it's very clear that by attacking Mr. Pawar personally, that's the only thing they're trying to get away with, but they won't. In fact, Mr. Sharad Pawar did not say anything bad or uncharitable about any of them, except saying, don't use my photograph because I'm not supporting what you're doing. I think they're trying to confuse the people of Maharashtra by putting his photograph, saying that we have his blessings, asking for his blessings, but then in the same way saying, you stay at home, you are old, you should be retired. Who talks like this about your father, about your uncle, about your mentor? I don't think people of Maharashtra will fall for this ploy orchestrated by the BJP.
All right, will it end up backfiring? Has he lost goodwill? Varun Singh, here is what Supriya Sule said, because she said, you want to abuse me? Abuse me. Not my Baba. Listen to Supriya Sule.
बापाच्या आणि आईच्या बाबतीत नाद करायचा नाही. बाकी कुणाबद्दलही बोला, कुणाबद्दलही आमच्यावर करा, काही करा, पण बापाचा नाद नाही करायचा. बाकी काही ऐकून घेऊ, काहीही ऐकून घेऊ. आणि ही लढाई एका व्यक्तीच्या विरोधात नाहीये, त्या भारतीय जनता पक्षाच्या प्रवृत्तीच्या विरोधात आपल्याला लढायचंय. ही लढाई आहे ती.
वरुण सिंग.
For the first time, Padmaja, Supriya Sule reminded me of his very, very close friend Sanjay Rao. The way she spoke, the way she tried to mimic him, the way she tried to, act while delivering a speech. All these years, I have personally, attended many of her press conferences, and she always used to be very sober and humble. Over here, you see her changing. That also shows, and this is what I have been trying to say for a very long time. Supriya Sule's political ideology is far more different from the NCP that came in 1998 in Maharashtra and that has been followed for all these years. This is the biggest challenge that the NCP leaders at regional level are facing right now. They cannot relate to Supriya Sule's political ideology, whereas they can relate to the ideology that Ajit Pawar is promoting. Ajit Pawar doesn't talk about anything that is anti-Hindu. Ajit Pawar doesn't talk about anything that is communal. Ajit Pawar doesn't talk about anything that will impact any voter or of any community. He talks about, mostly if you see Ajit Pawar talking about, he talks about development, he talks about files, how to be they moved in Mantralaya, and that is what all these leaders who are regional leaders, as earlier pointed out, NCP is a regional party with regional leaders in districts. And the moment one person leaves NCP or NCP throws out a Praful Patil, NCP is done in that area. Praful Patil will still win. If he contests on BJP ticket with or NCP ticket with BJP support, he will win that Gondia seat. That is the case over here. And telling you a simple thing. If you see, Ajit Pawar was so damn emotional because today, as I again and again point out, it was the first time I saw Ajit Pawar speaking so freely. And at no point he was disrespectful to Sharad Pawar. He at no point said any
but
word.
But when he said that you are 82, when are you going to retire? It's time for you to go give us the blessings. People are not going to react kindly to that.
But did he say it in these words? He said, now you have reached, there is a political retirement age set by the BJP where people retire. And he gave examples. And he didn't say that you need to retire. He said, now you need to stop and give us the blessings. And secondly, I'm very surprised with the Congress that they want to put away everything. Under their nose, Sharad Pawar talks to the BJP, wants to have an alliance with BJP, and the Congress calls. I don't know, the Congress leaders, in what world are they staying right now?
So is it curtains now for Sharad Pawar, Kamruzzaman Choudhury? Time to say bye-bye, walk into the sunset?
No, it's time for Narendra Modi to say bye-bye, not anybody else in this country. We are tired of the 9 years of Narendra Modi's rule, and we need a change desperately. And that's for sure and certain. The more this political, alignments happen, the more the better for us. Because Ajit Pawar either way wanted to join the BJP government in 2019, that is for all us, so for all of us there. Now he has joined it. So
Dr. Dalwai, is it time for Sharad Pawar to hand over the reins? Very little left.
No.
Dr. Dalwai.
Because this is a party founded by Mr. Sharad Pawar. He didn't inherit it from anybody. He's built it up with his own hard work, sweat, intelligence, and effort. So it is the people of Maharashtra who will decide whether it is goodbye for him or for Ajit Dada or for Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi.
As far as because Ajit Pawar today said he's 82 already. For how long is he going to carry on?
And Mr. Pawar does not bother about the MLAs right now who want to go with Mr. Ajit Pawar. We wish them well. We are waiting for the next round of elections, and you will see what's going to happen at the hustings.
All right, sympathies with him, Sanju Verma. Sympathies with Uddhav Thackeray, sympathies with Sharad Pawar.
If sympathies could win you a mandate from the electorate, Rahul Gandhi would now be the Prime Minister. But that is never going to happen. Sympathy and empathy don't work in politics when it comes to the number game. And I just have this to say. The latest numbers that I have officially doing the rounds is that Ajit Pawar has 32 MLAs with him. I'm not even talking about the 4 MLCs who've shown support for him. He needs 36 to evade the anti-defection law. And Sharad Pawar currently has between 13 to 14 MLAs with him. And he needs at least 6 to 7 to ensure that there is not a split wide open within the NCP. So clearly the numbers are with Ajit Pawar. Rest is all rhetoric. Point number 2, we are tired of Narendra Modi. Arey bhai sahab, you are tired of Narendra Modi, but you belong to that category of people who have been ousted repeatedly in 2 Lok Sabha elections. Your party was reduced, and I say the Congress, to barely 44 seats in Lok Sabha 2014 and 52 in 2019. Ganimat rahegi.
Okay, let's keep the focus right now on the NCP. Let's keep the focus right now on the NCP. What from here on? Dr. Dalwai.
Sorry?
What is Sharad Pawar going to do from here on?
Of everybody else who believes in this ideology that we work in, and not the ideology of the BJP. It is the public of Maharashtra who is seen.
Okay, we seem to have a recurrent problem with that. Thanks very much, both gentlemen, Sanju Verma, for joining me. But this is going to be a very, very interesting time. Varun Singh, thanks very much as well for joining us.